So, there is this one question that we need to answer: how to be positive in a negative situation? Well, most of us will say, kaya mo yan. Pagsubok lang yan ni God. Mag-pray ka lang. These are just the common advice that people give to someone in need. And honestly, it is so easy to give advice when you are not in his or her shoes. But the moment that we are the one who is experiencing the challenges, it is very hard for us to manage the situation and think for an effective solution, right? Right? And over the past years, I think the most common problem each one of us can relate is the COVID 19 pandemic, because we are all affected when this virus came, and until now, some of us are still struggling to fight this disease. We're all being forced to change our natural lifestyles. We're all forced to stay at home with only few people permitted to leave. And as a result, the income of most of us decreased, resulting in the reduction of employees, bankruptcy, and permanent closure of businesses. This outbreak also resulted in millions of deaths. Many overseas workers died without even returning to their native land. Some went home, but ashes only came to face their families. And this was a very early and unexpected experience, especially to the affected families. And these challenges were hard for us. So, how can we really be optimistic or positive in a negative situation? Me as a person has also gone through some different unfortunate and ill-fated situations. I admit most of the time I easily lose hope, but in order to overcome whatever problem that I have, the first thing that I always do is talk to God and pray. Because I am a believer, even though I cannot literally hear Him, I know He listens, and He always respond to my prayers. Talking to Him makes all the burdens lighter, and surrendering everything to Him and trusting that He always have a plan is one of the numerous ways on how to fight our battles. Another thing that makes me strong is to think of the possible positive outcomes over the negative outcomes. Because if you always focus on the negative results, then your brain will not be able to think of the different solutions you can make to face the problem. Aside from that, you can also share your problems to the people that you trust. However, if you don't have anyone, then try to talk to yourself. You know, when I'm having a depression or whenever I am stressed, I always look at the mirror. Yes, and talk to myself, even though it may seem so strange to other people. In this way, I can release my emotions and express my thoughts. Most of the time, it is hard to overcome our problems, but sometimes the help and solution come from us. We do not always need a person to help us. As they always say, how can others help you if you're not willing to help yourself? I can say all these things because I am an introvert, and I am afraid in sharing my thoughts to other people. That is why I know that if you are alone, even if you are alone, you can surpass all the challenges. Just have faith and trust God. And that's how I can overcome. And that's how I can think positively in a negative situation. Thank you so much.